The magic is back. Ray Gandolf's Sunday morning sports profile. Ray?
For Erving Magic Johnson, basketball has been Aladdin's lamp. He rubbed it, shot it, dribbled it, and extracted from it the genie of fame and fortune, all this while retaining the image of a happy-go-lucky kid. Then a couple of months ago, he became disenchanted with his coach, said so. The coach was fired, and suddenly Magic Johnson was the wicked one. Well, that storm passed. The genie seems to be smiling again, and so is Magic. But life will never be so simple again.
It was one of those star-studded Hollywood premieres. And towering over stars and admirers alike was Erving Johnson, known as Magic, a man-child in the promised land. The Los Angeles Lakers have given him a new contract covering 25 years, far beyond his playing career, for a reported $25 million. His magic smile beams down from billboards all over Los Angeles. He is Magic Johnson Enterprises Incorporated.
Feeling lucky, 7, 7, feeling 7, heaven, heaven, feeling 7, 7, 7, feeling 7,
Magic Johnson has attained the world at the age of 22. He's an extraordinarily gifted basketball player. He's a rich man. He is also a complicated, naive, good-hearted, heedless child in a man's body. Erving Johnson, baffled by the magic.
Everybody knows me as Magic, the happy guy, the one who smiles. I think they might think that, you know, nothing ever goes wrong, or he has no problem. He just smiles every day and everything, and which almost is true. But I do have low points. And like I said, Erving Johnson is another guy. You know, here's Magic over here and here's Erving over here. He likes to just have his own space, do his own thing. He likes to go to the park, be alone, and dream dream about tomorrow. And he's just down. He's just a down person, down-to-earth person.
Happy-go-lucky Magic and serious Erving Johnson both had a problem recently. They were blamed for getting Laker coach Paul Westhead fired.
I know in my own heart I didn't get him fired, and so as long as I know in my own heart that I didn't, then I can deal with all this.
Maybe it was something that had to be done, but the way it was done, I thought, was almost scandalous, because Paul didn't deserve to go out that way.
Lakers superstar Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a friend of the fired coach. Whether Johnson actually got Westhead fired is a moot point. Much of the public and some of the press thought he did, and it was the first blemish on the pristine image of Magic Johnson. That Magic image was polished and first presented to the world in Johnson's sophomore year at Michigan State, when he led the Spartans to the 1979 National Championship. Johnson turned professional that year, playing for the Lakers and rookie coach Paul Westhead. There were no problems then. In the final game of the playoffs, playing center in place of the injured Abdul-Jabbar, Magic scored 42 points to beat Philadelphia and win the NBA title. Basketball was a canvas, Johnson the artist.
It is an art, you know, for me. It's like, I want to be perfect, you know, all the time. It's like when I go out there, even if something is on my mind, I can forget about it. I can be as free as a bird out there. You know, I just get into it, and I just love making people get excited, you know, and I'm just happy that I'm not in it for the money. I guess when I do get in it for the money, I have to retire. I have to get out of it.
Something like that happened one night last November. Even though the Lakers had won their 5 previous games, Magic Johnson said it wasn't fun anymore, playing the disciplined, patterned, reined-in style demanded by Coach Westhead, and he'd had enough.
I just wanted to get out the situation. That's all I said. I never said, if he don't be fired, then I want to be traded. All I said, I would like to be traded because the situation is not right for me. And that's it.
Laker owner Jerry Buss says he was not currying favor with his $1 million baby, that he already had intended to fire Westhead.
For whatever reason that I don't understand, the next day I was shocked and stunned to find that in fact they had blamed him for an action to which he did not contribute at all.
Paul Westhead bears Johnson no ill will, but he still doesn't know why he was fired.
My deepest disappointment is that when you feel you have contributed to a program that has become successful, as long as that program doesn't fall apart or, you know, go on the skids, then I think you feel the need and in some ways the right to stay a part of that program. And
the public's reaction was swift and adverse.
Starting for Los Angeles, at guard from Michigan State, number 32.
But Magic turned the boos to cheers. In his first game after the firing, freed from the Westhead restraints, Johnson ran wild.
Underneath goes to Magic. His jump hook on the baseline. It'll stay.
He's been running wild ever since. The magic is back. The image is shining again, as long as the Lakers win and Johnson excels. But it was a sudden dose of reality for Johnson to swallow. Wise old Abdul-Jabbar thinks the experience may have helped Johnson grow up.
I think Erving had a problem dealing with the fact that professional basketball is a job. He, more than anybody else I've seen, has been able to get away from the fact that it's a job and make it fun. And that's the way he lives.
Off the court as well as on, fun keeps colliding with the real world. Johnson is a partner in a radio station in Denver, wants to buy at least 3 more, hankers for a future as EJ the DJ. These are the stages of Magic Johnson's coming of age. At the gala opening of Sophisticated Ladies, a sophisticated man about town.
Magic.
There is the quiet Erving Johnson, uncomfortable with his celebrity.
People don't understand. I'm shy. I answer their question, but I won't say much.
And there is Magic Johnson, the ball player, at the peak of his game and still having fun at the office. Fame and fortune, trial and tribulation will make a man of Magic Johnson yet. But please, not quite yet.
You know, I was trying to dream and think about how it would be out the public eye. And I guess since I never been out the public eye, I can't even relate to it. Except when I was real young, and I had fun then.